If you guessed it, you're probably right. It's live coverage tonight. Dover Motor Speedway, SpeedZoneTV, bringing you the action. I'm your host, Robert Warrens. I think Chris Schuessler's still getting his prostate checked out. We hope to see him a little bit later on. But we got 125 laps of grueling action at the Monster Mile tonight with our racers at Roughneck Racing. Let's go ahead and take a look at the track for a second. So this is a short track, high-banked concrete oval, 1 mile in length. We're looking at some hot temperatures tonight, so 79 degrees, but our track surface is a lot hotter than that. Partly cloudy, 1 mile an hour winds. Beautiful clear skies at 42% humidity. Just as we're entering race number 3, we got some points battles already heating up in this 12 race season. But we got 20 cars gridding up right now. We're going to go ahead and take a quick look at the grid as these guys get ready to roll off for some hot action in the Dover, Delaware sun. Pole sitter snagging it out. That 28 machine of Tolleson, Steely on the outside pole in the 7. Don Francesco in 3rd spot. Ramsey 4th. Copperthorne 5th. Manning 6th. Barnes 7th. Pylon 8th. Jones 9th. Wagner 10th. 11th goes to Grace. Hurst 12th. Hunter 13th. Miller 14th. 15th goes to Phipps. 16th is Richardson. BB 17th. Wilkinson 18th. Hawkins 19th. And Keltner rounding at the field in the 20th spot. think we're going to see some very challenging characteristics of the Monster Mile, knowing that this is one of the few concrete surfaces that are on the circuit. It's known for just the carnage that it can cause on a driver's ability to maintain their tires. So tire strategy is going to be very super important here. Until those tires get heat in them, they're going to be greasy, slipping up. Fuel windows sitting around, I think, about 55 laps if we go the mark to the green. 55 before we see that first pit window. Guys are going to have a fast repair and 2 tire sets on the night. We're getting ready to start the show. Pace car's ducking in, meow. Green is out. Good start by the field there. 2x2 down into 1. Olsen taking a good mark at that lead. Driver's doing a good job. A little bit further back, they're 2x2, but the front few single out already. So just with SpeedZoneTV here, just a note for yourself. Click that gearbox in the bottom right-hand side. You can put it to 4K. We're giving you all the best that we can add. Ooh, caution out. Let's what could happen here. But yeah, go ahead, click that gearbox and see all you can see that iRacing has to offer. We're going to be switching the cameras around a little bit. Go ahead and take a look at our first incident of the night, showing that Richardson is involved in that 2 machine. I think he might have found trouble. Go ahead and take a look at it. That's the 30 of Wagner. Go ahead and hop on board 30 machine now. Wagner gets a little bit loose and is tagged by Hunter in the rear. Tough break for the 30 machine there. Nowhere to go for Richardson. It's going to be our SpeedZoneTV instant replay, but you could just maybe one more perspective for funsies. Go to 27 machine. An idea of what a driver sees in one of these incidents. So just entering out of turn 4 here, now down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Hurst on the inside. Fortunately, nowhere to go for Hunter. Gonna be our SpeedZoneTV instant replay there. I'm not thinking that we're gonna see too many pit takers at this moment. It's not gonna be the strategy that you want to see. Gonna take a second roller commercial here. Give a shout out to Wagner's Welding, our title sponsor for season number 8 of Roughneck Racing.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
And we back, taking a look at our pole sitter and our leader, the 28 machine. 24 of Don Francesco has creeped up into that second spot over Steely. And the 4th spot is Ramsey with Manning in 5th. Lights are off on the pace vehicle. We're going to get ready to rock and roll here. Tolson's going to tuck it up on the bumper of that vehicle. It's going to tighten up in behind. Drivers are getting ready to go green again. Lap number 5 of 125. Caution number 1 on the night. Wilson does a great job of getting a good start. Seeley grabs that second spot over that 24 machine, who's back in the hunt for it. We've seen Tolson here set early stage pace and cause drivers to chase him. And that's what we're seeing here right quick. We didn't see that 28 machine in practice at all. Dylan Grace set the fast time in practice. Second fastest time was that 24 machine, who's currently in third. Copperthorne was up there as well. Take a look at some more action within the track. Last season's champion, 29, Jimmy Rowdy Pylon, doesn't typically show his speed right at the start, but always has consistent finishes. Tight battle here for 12. We'll hop on back to 16 machine of BB. Up 5 spots on the night already. Olsen opening up a 1 second lead over the second spot, 7 machine. Wilkinson looking to make a move on Hawkins. He's going to run the low side, make a pass, but Hawkins looking to cross over. Bumper contact there, a little love. Front now, well, in the 10th spot, Grace looking to make a move on Copperthorne. He gets a run on the inside. Down into turn 1, drivers are even. Grace is going to be a fast car to watch out for tonight based on some of the practice that he has been doing. And I think what's really interesting is that what you're going to see here is that these are high bank turns. The straightaway is moderately flat, but it's almost like you're dropping into the corners like an elevator shaft, and then you rocket back up the banking onto the straightaways with that 24-degree banking. And one of the things I would say is going to be very critical is long run speed. And
you know what, Robert? I'm gonna agree with you. That long run speed is going to be critical right now to that moment we just had.
How was your doctor's appointment? Because everyone's wondering.
Look! Are we on mute right now? Because I can get into that if we're. Oh well, you know what? I had to sit down. I'm a little. Let's just say there's a pillow, and you know what? Yeah, I'll give you more details when this broadcast is over. We're on mute, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I'll give you more, but yeah, I have to lay on my stomach.
Well, welcome to the show, Chris.
Hey, okay, we're back. Good to be with you, Robert. Thanks for having me.
Taking a look at the action now with that 29 machine, trying to get a run on the 13 of Ramsey. battle for 7th spot. Race has also moved up a bunch of spots now. But, you know, Chris, we were talking about track characteristics here, and one of the things, you know, mentioning that long run speed is just tire wear here. So we see Tolleson out to his second lead over the second spot, and our pit window is about 55 laps in, so I'm not sure what the race is going to really hold in like 20 laps for these drivers if they're not able to manage their equipment.
You know what? Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that. What helps me is when I can actually see the tire wear. Yeah, but I know that's going to be a critical factor at Dover here this evening.
Yeah, I mean,
yes,
certainly,
that's exactly.
Of course.
Yes.
Go ahead and take a look at the last lap times around to understand the pace that these guys are setting. Best lap times so far are low 23, so 23.16 looks to be the fastest in the field by about 3.2 to 3/10 there over Pylon and Hurst. But our last time around is 24.1, so these drivers have fallen off 3/4 of a second to 1 full second. So understanding that in 20 laps you've lost a second of time per lap, it's going to be pretty critical as to how you can maintain that equipment.
And I can see here we have the regular players here towards the top, I should say. It looks like Tolleson here is in the lead. Don Francesco, who won last week, is running up top here. We got Manning and Hurst. Highland, just to name a couple in the top 10. Coppathorne in 10th right now. So that's good to see some of these guys here running up in the front, charging.
Yeah, 100%. Pylon completes the pass around Hurst, and now Grace is looking to do the same thing. Seeing that 13 machine likely wants to sneak in too, but no run there. Cars are looking bright and fancy and sexy under that hot afternoon sun.
Yeah, you know what helps that too is, that 4K option that you choose to broadcast in really brings out that shine.
Like the gearbox. Ramsey on the bumper of Hurst going into turn 3. Hurst sliding up the track, gives room to Ramsey. Oh, dice. Ramsey gets a little squirrely, but he's even going into 3. Phipps under Coppathorne. These drivers are battling for in and around the 10th spot and about 8 seconds back from our leader.
Now, Robert, for the fans, not me, of course, because, I mean, I would know this, but what is the length of this track?
It's a 1 mile concrete oval.
Yeah, I knew that. That was for the fans.
I thought so. You're probably the most knowledgeable broadcaster in the history of broadcasting, so
maybe not the history, but I'm definitely, top 10 probably at least. But yeah, no.
I just want to note there, you'll notice that the 7 machine is starting to close the gap on the 28 machine. And if we look at their last lap times, you can see 900ths is the pace that Steely is closing on per lap. We'll see if this time around, see if he closes it up a little bit more. 1 full tenth again, so that's narrowing that gap to 6/10 now, so over a second before, but it's looking like to me that 28 machine is starting to struggle with corner exit. So being it's a concrete surface, if you get on that throttle too hard, you're going to take your right front out to Applebee's for some dinner and cook it.
I don't mind Applebee's. So has any of these drivers come in for pits yet? Pit cycle?
We had a caution around lap 2. And it's been green ever since, so we're seeing some great racing so far.
Excellent.
On board with the 7 machine. Just to get an understanding. Oh, yellow's out. You ruined it, Chris.
I did. That's the broadcaster's curse.
Go ahead and take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay. Get out of this crazy cockpit cam. So we're on board with the 188 of Connor Jones. Tags the wall on exit.
You tried to hang in there.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about all that. But solo incident's a good incident in my book. No other drivers connected. That's looking like it's going to be our SpeedZoneTV instant replay. Connor Jones here, the second race at Indianapolis. He showed great speed, but just no luck.
And he'll be taking a fast repair, obviously.
Yeah, and we're likely to see everyone come down to the Pete's right here.
To the Pete's?
To the Pete's. So it's going to be a battle off pit road. Race electing to stay out. He might be plotting for a caution. A few other drivers also taking up the strat. Very interesting.
So drivers are probably likely to take some tires now, I would assume, right? I don't know when the first caution came out, what lap that was. Probably didn't take tires then. I would assume now they would. Would you agree with me?
Well, let's see. Right side's going up. New tires are just such an advantage, Chris. You know, it's really the strat. If another quick caution happens, let's say a caution happens in like 10, 15 laps, then it's going to be an advantage for those 4 that stayed out, because tire wear is so significant that it really kind of is like a coin toss of when you take your tires and how they play out. I learned a very humbling lesson when I was running Dover last week. I decided to pocket a set of tires, and then the entire race went green. And instead of finishing in the top 3 where I should have finished, I finished 20th because I didn't have tires on the car.
Hey, you got to know when to hold them.
Did you practice that song since the last broadcast?
A little bit. I listened to it on the way home.
1 second here. We're just going to roll the Wagner's commercial, give a shout out to our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, we're back. Lights are off on the pace vehicle. Coming down the backstretch. Second caution of the night, Chris. Restarts are tough here. Just because it's slippery on fresh tires. So these top 4 cars, Grace, Wilkinson, BB, Hunter, don't have fresh rubber. They got older rubber. Olison and Steely and everyone in behind, they got stickers on, Chris. Gonna be something to watch here.
And I will ask my next question after this restart.
Oh, look at that.
Loosey-goosey.
And that's going to bring out the caution. It looked like BB got loose there on the restart.
Carnage.
And going to have to go back to that.
Yikes.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see if I can grab something. Auction here. No one's hurt. Go ahead and take a look at our Speed Zone TV instant replay. See if we can get a good perspective on the Connie. I think it happened up here, but I could be wrong. We're gonna
It
roll
looked
the
like I can't see the number, but the stars. Green car?
16 machine, Liam Bebe. Here's the restart here, Chris. Let's take a look at it.
Ooh.
So you see those old tires, they get super loose. You know, I can't really fault that 28 machine. Got nowhere to go in this. So, I mean, tough break here, but go ahead and grab the Hearst mobile here. We're going to roll it back one more time. Give you an idea of what he saw. In that 58 machine.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's not the good part about racing right there. Get all stacked up and there's nowhere to go. A lot of damaged trucks there. Shout out to Wagner's Welding. Is gonna get those trucks on the jig. Get them squared up.
A lot of business already.
A lot of business.
So, all right, while we're waiting here, comment and then question. So comment real quick is, hey, reminding viewers that we do go over the live chat. So if you want to send a shout out, questions, comments, send them to the live chat. We will do those during the broadcast. Question to you, Robert. I see.
I love questions.
Okay, I know you'll have an answer for me too. I see Wagner and Barnes down several laps. Assuming that's related to the first caution that came out earlier in the race.
Well, this is now the third caution, so I'm not really sure what happened to Barnes, but Wagner did suffer significant damage. I'm not sure if he's parked it yet, but we're still showing Barnes actively in the pit, so I'll try to
They were down several laps before this third caution, and that's what I was going to ask you, like, when we were about to restart. I was just wondering why they were down so many laps this early in the race. Maybe trying to preserve the fast repair, or I'm not sure, something else.
Yeah, I'm not 100% certain here, Chris. You're going to have to come on sooner and do your job.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. I try to bring the best mediocre broadcasting as possible.
Got a car stopped on the track a little bit further back.
I'm going to give the viewers some behind-the-scenes broadcasters action here. So they're going to go behind the curtain right now.
Okay, let's go.
Let's take them behind the curtain. How come I cannot hear anything? I hear you. I don't hear the track.
I have no idea. I can hear it. Can you hear it on the stream?
I don't hear it. I do. I hear it on the stream. I can't hear it on the broadcast.
I'm not sure.
Well, I can see it, and that's what's important.
Behind the scenes.
All right, let's close the curtain back up now.
Yeah. A lot of damage on that 84. I'm not sure what happened. We can just back it up because we got a second. '84 is already damaged. Comes up and just hammers the 16. Tough break right there. I don't think that was the plan. Back up with our leaders. Looks like those other guys decided to pit. Well, we saw the carnage up front, so fresh tires didn't really exactly pan out for everyone. because they got caught up in the damage, right? So pretty sure
it's a
Wilkinson.
non-panning out moment.
Oh, you got to watch that 9 machine of Wilkinson. He's the old tire guy. Good job at getting away there by that 9 machine. He's gonna need to see a caution rather quick to have benefit. But the 7 machine is not gonna have too much challenge. The people aren't gonna really be able to contest him as you open up almost half a second lead. Focusing on the 78 of Ty Manning. He's had a ton of speed last season. I'm sure this season he's not going to be a slouch. Going to make a run already for the lead. And on the bottom. Yellow is out again, Chris.
This is a wild one.
Go ahead and take a look at it here. On the 188 was involved. Let's see what happened.
Ooh.
Stops on the track. That's really what the caution is there. That's the not cool of the year award.
Sounds like it. We had one of those last race. Well, going to the live chat here while we're waiting. Gem City Goon, refresh trading paints. So I don't know if that was for you, for me. I have no idea. Everything looks good on my end, but you know, hey, I give the people what they want. I deliver the messages. That's from the live chat.
Refresh incoming. You see the cars load up. Let's see who changes. We saw the 9 car change in 3rd spot.
This could be problematic when we have half the field as a white truck.
Oh, it'll load. Don't worry, buddy.
There we go.
A couple cars have changed. '58 machine is definitely changed. You can see that rear damage on that poor 58. That's going to create some aero issues. That to happen. One quick second here. We'll just pop over to our sponsor vid. Give a shout out to Wagner's Welding.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like...
Are we back live? Lap 45. This race is counting down quickly. Chris, how you feeling about the caution so far? That's the 4th one on the night. 2 by that 188 machine. He's parked it for the night.
You know what? At this rate, I should probably get back in my car and drive away. Because it seems like as soon as I got on, all the cautions came out.
Yep, you're
so yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, viewers and drivers. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Next caution, I'm gonna go to the liquor store, and we'll see how the race pans out.
Oh jeez. Oh gee.
Oh, jeez.
Drivers are going to buckle them up tight this time around. Standing on the outside. See who gets the better jump here. Great job by Steely to get away. Wilkinson hanging on with the old rubbers. It's likely he's going to fall victim pretty quick. Make sure I'm not crazy. I'm going to look at the pit laps there. You can see that every driver came in on lap 32, some on 36. Wilkinson's the only one on old tires.
It was Hunter, number 27. He's racing while watching the broadcast.
He's very talented.
He wanted the refresh. So yes, now Hunter, the 27 of Hunter, he has a new paint scheme that the viewers can see.
Yeah, he was really concerned about that. Manning underneath Steely. Looking to make a charge, rolling to bottom. Down the backstretch, door to door, into 3. Steely rolling high with Ramsey in second. We watched in that first run with Steely, he was able to conserve his equipment and then close up that gap on Tollison. Tollison's currently in 12th spot, suffering some damage from that restart. Our new leader, that 78 machine, Ty Manning. Wilkinson under fire. Let's go ahead and take a look at him. Trying to hold on to that high side. See how in the center of the corner there, Chris, Wilkinson's struggling to maintain speed.
Can't see that.
There's the shiny Hunter paint. Trying to get his way to the front, looking under Phipps while Pylan's under Wilkinson. Getting freight trained on the bottom side. Race, one of the fast cars in practice, now up in P4, 3.5 seconds back from our leader, up 7 spots on the night, looking to be a mover and shaker.
Manning's on a little charge right now.
Yeah, over a second lead, Chris. He's not holding any tires back, is he? So when these guys came in, it was lap 32-ish. We've had 2 cautions since then. The pit window's around lap 55, so drivers are going to have to come in for fuel regardless. So, you know, if we hold out to like lap 120, or sorry, lap 100, and you do a 20-lap dash for cash, you know, it may not be advantageous to pit early, but it's going to be hard to tell who does like their homework to know that the tire fall off is occurring. On board with 28 of Tollison, giving you a perspective of some of the force that you see inputted into that wheel as he exit turn 2 down the backstretch. I think last week, Chris, you noted how beautiful Barry's helmet was.
I did notice that. It's very nice.
Very nice.
See how he set you up for that?
Thanks. Tight battle in around the 13th spot. Looking at Richardson, Miller, Barnes. Barnes is several laps down, Chris. And then Wilkinson in front.
Manning is just continuing to eke out a lead here with almost 2.5 seconds.
That's not an eke. That's a checkout.
That's a checkout. Let's go to a cockpit cam Manning and see how hard Manning is charging.
Very hot. Down the front stretch here, let's take a look at those wheel inputs. Sounds like he's pretty smooth on that throttle, Chris.
Well, what's nice is you can back off just a touch when you have a 2.5 second lead. You can focus on probably driving just a little bit more smoothly when you don't have someone on your back bumper.
Go ahead and take a look at the 7 machine now. See, he's closing in that gap a little bit. He's gonna crack under the 2 second mark here. So you can charge away as hard as you want, Chris, but Dover is gonna eat those tires up the harder you push.
There's a price to pay.
Race makes it around Ramsey for that 3rd spot. And now Pylan's looking to make it around Ramsey on the outside. Gets a good run off of 4. Ramsey falls back to the 5th spot. Qualified 4th tonight, Chris. He's been a 4, so I don't expect him to fall off too hard, but we're going to have to watch for that mean, lean 24 Lear machine. Last week's broadcast, he did say, I'm going back to back, baby. Ain't nothing going to stop me.
Don Francisco not afraid to just put it out there. He's done it before.
And I think what's interesting here is now that we move the camera around is you're seeing a slight bit different line. You're starting to see at the start of the run where drivers hook the bottom of both corners, but now you're seeing more of a diamond where they're entering low, washing the center, cutting it back down, or the other line is where they're entering middle high and staying middle high.
Robert, you do such a good job, buddy.
Oh, thanks, man. Phipps underneath that 24 machine. Seems counterintuitive to a win. They're tight off of turn 2. Got Wilkinson coming down pit road. If this thing stays green, I would almost believe that Wilkinson will be the winner.
That's a bold call, but I like that because Wilkinson's fueling up, not taking tires, it looks like. So Wilkinson will try and go the distance.
Unless
if there is a caution, he
got tagged
take
with
the tires.
I think he got tagged with the speeding because he's sitting there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back up with our leader. Look at the gap now, Chris. We've been looked away. We were watching other battles, talking about other drivers. That 7 machine is within 4/10 of that 78 of Manning. What do you think is going through Manning's head right now?
Well, Manning probably got a little comfortable, perhaps. Maybe took it a little easy, and then now, or maybe was charging a little more, too much, perhaps, maybe, and is out of tires.
Strategy, strategy, strategy. Write that down.
As you like to say, pocketing. Maybe Steele was pocketing just a little bit, and then turned up the juice now and has closed the gap.
Yeah, well, this is like, it's a rhythm track, Chris, right? And rhythm is key. So drivers who can settle in and stay smooth are going to rise late. And I think that's what you're seeing from that 7 machine is just patience.
Rhythm is also a dancer.
Rhythm. Rhythm. Chris, your contract has officially been ended with Speed Zone TV. Steely trying to work the outside.
I've been canceled.
Manning does the smart move here, checks up, lets Steely roll the outside. Steely's going to be our new leader at lap 71 to 72. Race closing. Oh, no. Pylon has passed Grace. And Pylon's now in the 3rd spot.
So did Manning just know that he just didn't have it in it, probably, and just took the high road? Not literally, but just said, all right, take the pass and we'll continue this battle later.
Yeah, there's no point to me as a driver where you want to continue to fight knowing you're on the losing side, but also having so much race. So do you race for the end or do you race for now, right? So to me, the strategy is be there at the finish. Don't worry about the battle right now because you might pass that driver later when it matters.
Okay.
Just saw Hurst rolling in and out of the pits. Battle here between Phipps and Don Francesco. These guys have been battling for quite a few laps. Don Francesco running that high line. That's a challenging line to run, but you get a boatload of steam on the outside. Phipps almost clear on the backstretch. Now, it's going to be interesting, Chris, is when we start to see full pit cycles here. Saw a couple guys pop in. We've seen Hurst and Wilkinson, but Wilkinson is now out of the race, and he's parked it. Hurst is 3 laps down. We just saw him come in.
So these guys are almost at the end of the rope here with their fuel. These guys are almost at empty tanks-ish, would you say?
We said 55 laps. We had 2 cautions. So around lap 90 would be the window. So about 15 laps or so is where we're going to start to see drivers must pit. Maybe a little bit longer. But you know what you're battling, Chris, is time crunch. We know that these drivers right now, they're running 25-second laps. And when they're running 25-second laps like you see on the screen, 25.2, 25.1, 25.5, we'll look at their best times. They're in the mid-23s. They're down 2 seconds a lap. So when do you want to chance it to come in, the bolt-on rubber, to have an advantage? Because you know the fall-off happens really quick.
Okay, so let's throw this out for the fans because you're very experienced and I'm very amateur. So my thinking is this, is I always run the tank dry, hoping that a caution will come out while others come in for their pits. And there's the flip side, though, where you can come in now, probably because you could take your, get the gas, get the tires, and stop losing time by staying on old tires. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I'm going to pit as soon as that window opens up. It might be the bad side of a coin toss if you see a race caution come out, because we're seeing a battle here for 11th and 12th that will pop over to. But you're taking that kind of chance, and I'd rather, sometimes risk is worth reward in the sense that if you don't risk it, you're not going to win. But if you play conservative the whole time, the probability of you being conservative and coming on top with pocketing tires or staying out too long, me is almost like a less of a probability. You're seeing Hurst come up on Copperthorne with fresh tires. He needs to get around these guys as quick as possible to make good on his strategy.
And Barnes in 18th place. Barnes, I believe, was in 3rd or 2nd place last week.
Yeah, he had a heck of a finish. Yeah, he was up in the interviews. Can figure that out really quick. Hurst making moves around Barnes now. Doing a heck of a job. Hurst is on the move, trying to make those tires work. Under Miller now. He's got to go, Chris. If you don't go, you're wasting that opportunity of tires. So you got to drive really aggressive on fresh rubber. Because you got to think, when these other guys pit, they've got to pass all the same cars. Colton's in the pits now.
So I'm assuming all four, because it looked like the left side was up still.
I would assume, yeah. We're seeing Miller come in the pits. Barnes is in the pits again. But look at the gap that 7 machine has opened up. He's got a 3-second lead over 29 of Pylan. And we're seeing Manning actually roll into the pits now. So I don't know if these guys are listening to you, Chris, about your pit strategy. But they're rolling in.
Well, you were guessing maybe lap 90 was the window, so we'll see. It could be an interesting 5 more laps to see what these guys do, if they all dive in or if they, run the tank dry.
Well, as long as you can get in a good pit entrance, a good pit exit, and you can make up that ground that you need to make up, sometimes it's better to put the person behind you and make them work really hard. Good exit by Manning here. Try to dissect a little bit of when pit stops happen. So Olsen and Manning, let's see where Olsen is. He's a little bit further back. See that Manning is up in 3 and 4. Back over to Tolleson. He's just entering turn 3. So Manning's going to be the car that is furthest up on the freshest tires. So once you see those other cars in front of them, the 9 cars in front of them, Steely, Pylan, Grace, Don Francesco, Hunter, Copperthorne, Richardson, Beebe, all pit, it's really going to show how that strategy is going to fare. Oh, dang. Look at this. These guys are listening. They got to come in. They got to bolt on rubber.
So it looks like you lose about 2 laps when you pit under green. And I forgot my thought. How about that?
How about that? Pylan now coming in.
I'm just wondering if anyone will dare to just stay out as long as they can. And if there was a caution, that's going to be super advantageous.
I mean, yeah, but I'm really hoping we don't see one. It's gonna...
Well, of course.
We've got Ramsey coming in the pits now. Ooh, he gets a little close to those B-rolls. Gotta watch out for those B-rolls.
And look, buddy, you called it 90-91.
You know, when the math is mathing, it's very mathicals.
You hit it. You're a mathematician.
So now Steely is in front of Manning. So after the pit cycle completes, you know that Steely had almost, a 3-second lead over second spot. So this is going to be interesting. Did Steely have a solid pit stop? Are we going to see some shuffling between Grace, Don Francesco? Who's going to be our leader here? I'm thinking it's going to be Steely. He's been consistent all night tonight.
Well, it looks like he's going to take the lead eventually, but what has changed is they're all on the same cycle, right? So Manning should be in second.
Yep.
Tolleson now third, and Hyland and so forth.
Yeah, Steely, Manning, Tolleson, Pylon. We got Don Francesco coming in the pits now.
So the only one that's out at the moment is Copperthorne.
And now you cursed him. He's coming in.
That wasn't really a curse.
Ooh.
But he tried to hold out as long as possible. That's usually what I do, and it sort of never works. It works.
You're going to see how it works because he stayed out this long. Now we're going to see when all the drivers get their laps back. You know, the 7 machines leading. Manning's in second. Tolson's 5 seconds behind Manning. Pylon's 2 seconds behind Tolleson. And Ramsey's 4 seconds behind Pylon. So we're going to see where he shuffles out. Our new leader. And our old leader at that, Chris. That 7 machine. Tonight has been brought to you by Clinic. Steely Clinics, bringing you the best in concrete surface racing.
Well, and what a little gap there that Steely and Manning have.
Yeah, 6 seconds for Steely, but 5 for Manning. Let's pull up our pit stop laps to see when these guys came in, just to give you an idea. So 88 for Steely, 84 for Manning, 81 for Tolleson, 89 for Pylon. My gut feeling here is Pylon's going to be able to snag the spot away from Tolleson. Maybe even Ramsey, but no, he's actually a little bit too far back. Tough battles out here. So Copperthorne, he's ended up in the 12th spot. He was the last one to pit, Chris. What are your thoughts on that? Meow.
Yes. I don't have any thoughts on that. I was just going to say I'm kind of looking at the timing tower here, and we haven't seen a race like this in a while where only 9 drivers are on the lead lap. So that is what I would like to say.
I mean, that's fair, and what you're really seeing to me is drivers' ability to manage their equipment and how much they fall off. Yellow is out, Chris. I'm not sure where it is.
Stuff.
Is it? This is going to change the script.
Well, it's not going to change it dramatically, I don't think, because everyone just came into pit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's going to do, but we'll...
Do you bolt on tires and think it's going to, go green the entire time? Like, what's going on here? Let's go ahead and take a look at our speed zone.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
I mean, back it up here. That's the 27 of Hunter on the outside and 98 of Copperthorne. I mean, 27 comes off the wall and tags Copperthorne there, and kind of how I see it. Chris, you're not
allowed. Let's watch it again here.
You're not allowed to have a different. You're not allowed to have a different opinion.
Yeah, I think I've said enough this broadcast. Yeah, it's a bummer. I mean, we just saw Copperthorne. I mean, almost all of them just came out of the pits, but Copperthorne was the last one.
Yeah.
And then that's an unfortunate little hit. Because Copperthorne was still on the lead lap, I believe.
Steely coming in. What's happening here? Olson coming in. And with so many cars a lap down, does this make sense? Like, is this the move? Not all these guys are getting their laps back, right? So now with these guys cycling again, Chris, is that the cars behind aren't going to get their laps back.
Well, if you're 1 lap down, if you stay out, do you get it back? If you... No?
Well, no, because there's lead lap cars in front of you that prevents you from getting your lap back. right? So
Even if those lead lap cars, not all of them, but if some of those lead lap cars come in, then do you jump back ahead? I don't know. Sorry.
they
I'm sorry
all
if not making sense.
they all have to.
Okay.
And if they don't all come in, then only some of the lap cars get moved around, right? So you'd get the lucky dog being eligible. Outside of the lucky dog, that's it. But if all the leaders pit, then any of the lap cars that stay out in front of the leaders would all
Then they would
advance.
recover one.
Exactly.
Well, again, looking at the timing tower while we're waiting here, Pylon in the lead. That's not a shocker.
It might be Manning, and Manning's electing to choose the outside lane.
Okay.
That's my lights are off on the pacing vehicle of pacing, so we're
Don
coming to the green
Francesco.
here. It's gonna be an interesting battle. I mean, we just saw Tolleson and Steely take tires 25 laps ago. If we see a caution in 10 laps, Steely and Tolleson, their strategy's out the window if these guys got tired.
Disappointed for Copperthorne, I'll say it again. That's a bummer. It was on lead lap and now a lap down.
I think there's a lap down before the caution.
Okay.
Green is out, Chris.
Pylon with not the best start.
Well,
Restart.
I think it's hard to gauge that outside car when it fires. You know? So when you're the leader's electing to take that outside car, it's kind of like an unnatural position to be in. You sit on the left side of the car, so it's hard for you to look to the right and know when that outside car is firing. But Pylon doing a great job here of making his presence known on the bottom. And he's going to get clear. Don Francesco rolling the outside, looking like a boss. And crosses over Manning down into turn 3. Said it. He said it, Chris. He said, I'm going back to... Yellow's out, Chris.
I was just going to say he predicted his future, but yep, here we go again. Things to get funky.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay. On board with the 58 machine of Hearst Homes. Miller.
Oh, boy.
Losing control down the backstretch, and
oh,
yeah, that could have been
almost
a
took
lot
out
worse.
Whoever that was.
I think that was Keltner. So here,
Let's watch this.
Tries to check up and slow up, but you know, sometimes going slower isn't better.
Let's do a cockpit cam of that replay for Keltner. That'll be fun for the viewers.
One more time.
Let's see what this looked like for him.
What can you really see?
It's just kind of luck.
Huh. He felt that in the wheel for sure. Back to live action here. 21 laps to go. We're going to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Wagner's Welding.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, we back, Chris. What do you think is going to happen as we got 20, probably 19 laps to go when we go green?
I'd like to see it finish. I mean, shoot, I brought the cautions, I guess, when I jumped on, which is too bad. Yeah, I don't know. We got 20 laps. It'd be nice to see 20 laps of good hard racing. We've seen a shake up here, obviously. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's exciting to see Don Francesco in the lead, only because he called it last week. No favoritism there, but yeah, let's just see some good racing.
Yeah, I mean, now we've got 9 cars on the lead lap. You don't have to cry for Copperthorn anymore because he became the lucky dog. He's back on the lead lap, Chris.
I wasn't crying, I was emotional.
That's what your wife says for you too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh man, it's starting to become a pressure cooker here. Piling on the bumper of the 24 there, saying hello.
Making his presence known.
But, you know, what's going to be interesting to watch, Chris, is the 7 and the 28 machine have the newest tires. Let's take a look at our pit stop laps here. You can see that the bar is broken, so I can't see the number when Tolleson and Steely came in last. But we're about to go green. We'll try to dissect that a little bit later on. Good start by the 24. We'll see if he gets a good run in 1 and 2. Manning up high. Is Steely gonna split? Does the smart thing and backs out a little bit. Manning in a wall!
Oh, no! I think Pylon got involved in that one, too.
I mean, Manning brushed the wall there. We saw that live. I couldn't get the camera switched over. Pylon suffered a little bit of damage.
Is he, oh yeah, he's still going. I'm looking at the tower there. He's in third at the moment. Oh, had to tow.
Had to tow. Go ahead and take a look at this from our SpeedZoneTV instant replay. I didn't see the yellow come out. The bar went yellow, and I'm not too color smart. So here's the incident, Chris. Let me know what you think.
Well, the 78 hit the wall, bounced down, and I had to see it one more time, but that's what started the mayhem. We'll watch it again, but 78 brushed up, got a little loose, and then I think came down the track and shook up Pylon, maybe, perhaps. Let's watch this. Yeah, I mean, Pylon tapped him, but that's just because, you know, 78 hit the wall, got shook up, started to dip down, and then Pylon couldn't help but just nudge the bumper. That's what I see.
Yeah, I agree. Here, listen to, after the contact, listen for the motor to pop. Motor pops right there, and that's why he's towing. He's got no motor. He's showing 300 RPM. As soon as you see 300 RPM, you know she's cooked. Tough break for Manning, having a great run. Back to our SpeedZoneTV instant replay. I mean, live action. That was our instant. Now,
well, here we go again.
We're seeing Pylon come in the pits. Manning, he's done, but Don Francesco stays out. I don't know if that's the move. If he's got tires, he needs to bolt them on.
I like that. I like it's a bold move, and I think he's a driver that can do that.
Yeah, but no, with the tire degradation, Chris, like, you know, it's like a knife to a gunfight.
I always bring a knife to. Oh wait, we're live, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're always carrying knives. That's all I heard. Little damage, cosmetic damage for the 29 getting fixed up. Our leader here, Don Francesco.
Well, oh well. Hey, Jack Reacher is watching the race, and
oh man, we famous.
We is rough night. He says, "Yep,
yep."
Thank you, Jack. It is a rough night. We've had several cautions.
Yeah, can't win them all. Can't win them all. I was expecting, Manning to pull that off and stick it out there, but, it's really showing the characteristics of the Monster Mile that it's a tough track to tame. I don't know if they say that about every concrete track. You know, Bristol's concrete, Darlington concrete, or is it Nashville Super Speedway? In this track, there's only 3 tracks on the NASCAR circuit that are concrete.
Any reason why? I mean, for the fans.
It's just how the track was made. So I don't know if there's a
Okay.
specific reason.
And they're off.
Yeah, 24 gets a great start. He's got to close the door here, force that 7 truck high. And going to try to hold on to the high side. I don't think that's going to be advantageous. But this is where the battle's going to be now. Is that 28 machine able to hunt down 7? And then also Grace. He's been a bullet tonight.
I feel like Don Francesco was playing a defense on that restart versus attacking more, if that makes sense.
Well, this is
lost that position.
The separation of tires, right? So that's going to be very kind of indicative of how somebody does. Steely doing a great job. 3/10 on that 28 machine, 6/10 on the 12 machine.
Copperthorne made his way up to 6th, which is a nice recovery.
Yeah, exactly. He got his lap back. He's got fresh tires on. He should be able to pull it a top 5 tonight. But, you know, I don't know if that 28 machine and the 12 machine are just kind of, you know, Chris, you said it earlier, I like to say it, are pocketing tires so that they could do like a hard 5-lap charge. Now, battle here for 3rd. 24 is fighting to hold on to 3rd spot. Shutting the door on Grace.
You know, I was going to mention too, shout out to these drivers who are a couple of laps down for sticking with it and just pounding the pavement, I guess you could say, since we are at a concrete track.
Down in the concrete. It's not pavement. Concrete.
It's concrete. Yeah.
Down in
I
the
guess
concrete?
pavement isn't concrete.
No, Chris. No.
Do you have to embarrass me every broadcast?
I mean, maybe.
Why don't you go pound sand?
Is that a thing?
In America, it is.
Yeah, okay. Copperthorne under fire from the 13 of Ramsey. Ramsey's looking to take away that 6th spot. Seven laps to go, Chris. 7 big ones to go. Ramsey working the outside.
Ooh.
Oh.
That was a high. How you doing?
How you doing? Ramsey showing a little bit of an impatience here. 6 laps to go. This is one of the battles. Big charge here. He's under him.
Oh.
Smooth move. A lot of patience there by that 13 machine to pick his battle, pick his spot. It's looking like a 7 machine
Starting to check out again.
is checking out. We saw the 28 check out completely, and then Colson 28 checked him out, and then Steely rolled him back. But now we're seeing the reverse. This is that 7 machine is checking out with only 4 laps to go. mean, their lap times were even at 23.94 for both of them. So I think, Steely's saying, let's, burn up the rubber because we ain't got much time left. Three laps to go. Not seeing any other significant battles on the track. Lap cars here are duking it out. We got Hunter, Keltner, BB. I think I saw Miller in there as well. No, he's a little bit further back.
Does every position get a point? Some level of points?
Yep, everyone gets a point.
Well, this is it. We're getting down to it.
Down to it. 2 laps to go. Making it look easy. Last lap now. On board with our leader, Low and Slow. Exiting turn 2. Into turn 3 and 4. We need just 2 smooth corners here and a shot at the flag stand. And our winner tonight, 7 machine of Dalton Steely. Colson's going to grab P2, Don Francesco, P3, Grace, P4, 5th, Ramsey, 6th, Copperthorne, 7th, Pylan, 8th, Richardson, 9th. Hunter is going to round out the top 10. Kind of like an interesting race. Like, we see a lot of cautions, Chris, only after you came in.
Yeah. That's odd.
Yeah. 7 cautions tonight. That's a little tough. But this is not an easy. It's really not an easy track.
There's those donuts I have yet to do ever.
Well, you get to watch them.
True.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and see who we got for a SpeedZoneTV driver interview. We'll be back shortly.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, we're going to bring in our third place finisher, proclaimed to be this week's winner, falls up short. Nicholas, P3 tonight. What the heck happened out there? Why didn't you win?
Tire issues and not having the ability to be able to save when it's needed. Yeah, and I also put myself in a predicament there
Did
towards the
you
middle of the race.
did you take your two sets earlier on, and those other guys had a set to pocket? Is that what occurred for you?
Well, I took one set at like lap 30 something, and
Yep.
then that restart where they spun the tires, I got caught up in that, and I was trying to make a pass on somebody, and I didn't realize, I guess I had damage, and I could feel it in the truck that I had damage because of the way I couldn't get off the corner the way I wanted to. And then right after the caution came out, I spun out and lost all that track position. So threw on my other set of tires, and then
How was that?
luckily, yeah.
Uh, I mean, tough
And
break for
some,
you. I mean, Chris was rooting for you, Chris. So, Chris, why don't you pick on Nicholas for a second and let him know how you
Nicholas,
feel?
Nicholas, it's Chris. Hey, a great race. People are gonna think I'm playing favorites, that there's favoritism in the league. But I did mention earlier that you were doing pretty well, and I did mention that you called it again that you were going to win, which I think is bold and beautiful. By the way, I do like that. Yeah, you were in the lead. I want to say on the last restart, which was exciting, and I said that'd be pretty cool, man, if you won, only because you called it last week. So yeah, great job with the podium and the third place. And I just wanted to ask you about next week. We're going to Texas. What's your thoughts on that? How do you feel about the track?
um, not really a fan of Texas, but I mean, we're still gonna go there and win the race, so it's all good.
I like it. I love it. I like these bold calls. That's great. You did fantastic. Always exciting to watch you. And yeah, man, best of luck next week. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Is there anyone before we kick you out, Nicholas? Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
All the admins, you guys, the Wagoneer family for allowing us to put on a show for the fans out there that cheer us on every week. Um, that's pretty much it. And somehow I managed to come home third, and I don't know how I did it.
Well, congrats again, Nicholas. Great round tonight, and Chris and I'll be hoping to talk to you soon.
We'll see you
Right.
next week.
Yeah, I'll be here. Don't worry.
Hey, wait. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Nicholas, I got a question because we go over this every week and we've probably asked it and we probably forgot. Don Francesco or Don Francesco?
The first one.
Don Francesco.
You were doing it right this time, Chris. I'm
Okay,
proud of
I
you.
was. I just wanted to get it on record. Okay, Nicholas, thanks for a great drive, buddy. We'll see you next week.
See you later. Thank you.
That's P3. We're gonna grab our winner tonight, Dalton Steely. What's up, brother? How you doing?
You don't have to pronounce the E at the end. It's just Steel, but pretty good. How about you?
Well, I wondered. Sometimes us Canadians we like to do things differently, but Steele it is. Congrats on the win tonight. Awesome performance. We saw Olison break away from you in that earlier run. Opened up quite a big lead, and then you were starting to reel him back in. Did you feel that in the late race there that 28 machine was going to be able to cook you down?
Well, at the beginning of that race, I was just in tire save mode, so I was just kind of letting whoever get in front of me. I mean, if they could catch me at my pace, going about 70%, then they could have it. I wasn't going to fight them in the first 30, 40, 50 laps. So I just kind of let him go because I knew later on that he would burn his stuff and I'd reel him back in. And then that caution came out, and it paid off in that middle stint because I was able to lead and lap half the field, luckily. I was able to save the rest of my tires the second set, and it just worked out for me. That late race caution had me concerned, but there at the end, I knew that if I gave 100%, I could at least keep a little bit of a gap on him. But I was a little weary that maybe he was holding back a little bit too. So
yeah, I mean, fair assessment. Heck of a job getting it done tonight. I haven't seen you really in the few seasons that SpeedZoneTV's been covering it. Are you going to be running a full season 8 here? Are you looking to steal a championship?
I'm trying. I ran the first 3 or 4 seasons, and then I departed for a little bit, and I've already had a drop just because of my work schedule. But I would like. I'm planning on it if all goes as planned, but things are ever changing.
I mean, the drops are actively counting right now. So 3 races in, the 2 drops are counted already. So you're in a 3-way tie. So as long as you don't miss 2 more races, then you just have to run like pretty much heads up battles, right? So good job on your win
Essentially.
tonight. But
Oh no, I was just agreeing with you.
Chris, what do you want to say to our good friend Dalton Steele?
Dalton, how are you, buddy? I just wanted to say it was a pretty commanding performance. Your race tonight, you were probably in the top 5 positions most of the race. You were in the lead, fell back a little here and there, got the lead back. I mean, you did very, very well. So congratulations on your drive. And, Robert and I, as we were watching, just trying to figure out, is this guy just insane quick? Is he managing? Is he, how are you, kind of just handling the race? And, it was just a great performance. We're going to Texas next week, and just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on the track. How well you think you'll do next week.
I love Texas. 1 and 2 are the trickiest parts for tire saving. 3 and 4 doesn't play as big of a role, but yeah, I love Texas. It's definitely in my wheelhouse. It definitely fits my style, but you never know what could happen. I get caught up in an early caution, late race caution, so I just gotta go into it with the same mindset I had in this. Just save the beginning, don't deal your cards out, and then at the end, be there when it matters.
No, I think that's good. You know what? That's a quite a talent to be able to manage tires, and that's something that like I have not mastered at all. Like when I get in the car, it's pedal down, and after 3 or 4 laps, I'm done. I cook them up. So to be able to do that, manage a race and to not just get on the podium but win shows a lot of talent. So congratulations to you, and hope to talk to you again next week.
I'm hoping so too, but I appreciate it.
Who do you want to give a shout out to before we say goodbye for tonight?
I'll give a shout out to Johnny Hurst. As much as I hate the guy, I love him at the same time. So I'll give one to him.
I mean, sometimes people leave a lot to be desired. He might be one of those people.
That's the easy terminology for it. Yeah.
Well done.
I love Robert. He hates me.
Pleasure talking to you tonight, Dalton. Great job. I couldn't agree with you more around the sentiments of Texas and turn 1 and 2. It's kind of like all 4 corners at Dover, but I'm hoping to see you pull out at least a podium finish and make that charge to the championship possible for.
I'm hoping so too. I appreciate talking to you guys.
Yeah,
see you around.
Yeah, take care, bud.
Well, Chris, we're coming to the end of the show. I know you're upset because we got to go back to reality. Can't play on the computers. But, we had counting 7 cautions tonight. We saw a green flag stop, a late race caution. Texas next week are you going to be thinking we have the same amount of cautions more or less? What are you thinking?
I'm going to go for less than. How about that? I can only do greater than or less than, like, when you're in 5th grade and it just shows the 2 numbers. I'm going to go for less than 7 cautions at Texas.
I mean,
let's see if my prediction's right. That's not as bold as Don Francesco's predictions, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see what that happens.
You just never know. Never know.
You don't.
And
you don't. I'm sorry. Go ahead, boss.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, with Texas, it is a larger 1.5 mile speedway, so you do have a lot more room. So if I was a betting man, I'm hoping for less too. But like Dalton was saying, turn 1 and 2 is a tire eater. So if somebody kind of throttles up too soon, turn 1 and 2, they're going to roast that right front, and then they're not going to be able to turn anymore. And it's going to happen really, really fast at Texas. But yeah.
I just want to remind you, if you are a betting man, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yep. Probably walk away from this broadcast with bad humor too. Like,
I think it's only you and I left. I think the viewers have tuned out,
Yeah.
and I apologize for that. I want to just stay on here for another 10 minutes or 15 minutes that I lost on the beginning. But no, it was great. I know you're going to ask me for my summation here. It was good. It was a fun race. It was too bad we saw as many cautions as we did. I mean, it always shakes things up. But we do like to see, just some green pit stops and just see sort of what these drivers have. But, like you said, that is racing and it does happen. It does shake things up. And, this is what we got tonight. So always fun. A pleasure to be with you again. Apologize for being late. And, man, looking forward to being on with you and the viewers and the drivers next week at Texas.
We'll quickly close out with some results and sign off. So just capping off for the night. We talked to the man of the Monster Mile, Dalton Steele, in that 7 machine, dominating performance. Barry Tolleson just falls up a little bit short. Great race pace, always a threat in the field. Grabbing second. Don Francesco grabbing third. Big aspirations, falls up a little short on some damage that he gathered from that restart. Race had great pace, grabbing fourth, Phipps fifth, Ramsey sixth, Copperthorne seventh, Pylon eighth, Richardson ninth, Hunter 10th, Keltner 11th. Great run for Keltner. He's a newer racer and newer to Roughneck. Great performance for him in the 11th spot at a tough track. Miller 12th, Manning, tough luck for him. 13th, Beebe, not related to Justin Beebe or Bieber. In 14th, Barnes in 15th, Hurst 16th, Hawkins 17th, Wagner goes by Doogie Hauser Wagner, I heard today. Wilkinson in 19th, and Connor T. Jones running at the field in 20th. That's going to be our show for tonight. Congrats again to our winner, Dalton Steele, taming that Monster Mile. Looking for another top shelf performance at Texas Motor Speedway in that hot sun of Tejas. We're going to be signing off, Chris. You want to say goodbye to people?
I do. I want to say goodnight. We're about 99,000 subscribers short of getting our plaques. So if you are watching, subscribe, like, and Robert, I have no problem with making yourself laugh.
Okay, well, that's
just
good.
in general. But hey, thanks everyone. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, that'll be myself, Robert Warrens, and Chris Schuessler signing off. Hope you tune in. We'll be live on Sunday night for coverage of Lightning Esports Season number 5. We're there in the playoffs there. We'll be back Monday night for some Super Speedway action, and then back again Wednesday night here for race number 4 at Roughneck Racing. Have a good night, everyone.